Right, hello, welcome to another episode of the With the English Pod, talking all things basketball, mainly NBA. In the studio today, we've got my boy D-Boy,
What's happening?
boy Ash,
Going on, people.
boy Amps,
Good evening.
and a special celebrity guest, boy Chiso. Welcome.
Regular chiz.
Welcome.
You're not regular, bro, but welcome.
Man,
Yeah,
Captain. They call him Captain.
Regular.
Flipping, that's old school.
yeah. Thanks for joining us, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks
Appreciate
for
it.
joining us.
Yeah.
But before we start, good week all? Just want to make sure everyone's good.
Good week, man.
Yeah,
No
Decent week.
complaints.
Yeah.
It's been
Good
alright.
Yeah, it's been alright still.
that's good. Well, cheers. As I said, thank you for being there.
Man,
I know
appreciate
that
it,
you're
man. Appreciate
a,
for having me.
a big basketball fan. So
Yeah,
I just want to delve into, what brought you to basketball in itself.
As a kid, I grew up in Nigeria. Dio knows that.
Yeah.
So, funny enough, my mom and Dio's dad used to work in the same place.
Crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. So,
Okay.
we've probably crossed paths as kids.
I didn't
and we
even know.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
mad.
So-
That's crazy.
My mom worked at National Institute of Sport, and then as a child, I played football, basketball, and tennis. Funny enough, out of the three, basketball was last.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so I was better at tennis and football.
Okay.
Then I moved to England, and obviously tennis is a rich man's sport, so I had to count that out. That was
Man said, forget that.
Get that dream.
That was gone.
Then in school, my aunt was more focused on education, so
Okay.
I liked football more than basketball. Funny enough,
All right.
but my aunt was more focused on education, so she was like, you know what, you can't play on your school football team. You can't play after school. So on the weekend, where I grew up, most of the kids played basketball.
Okay.
So that's how I just more faded to that. But funny enough, what made me pick up a basketball was Hakeem Olajuwon. As a child, he gave
the dream.
me 2 basketballs.
Okay.
So when he gave me 2 basketballs as a kid, like it just kind of just gravitated to me, innit?
Okay.
Just due to where my mom worked, I'd met him, Okocha and Kanu. Kanu gave me footballs as a child as well.
I got beef
So-
with him still. He done me dirty.
So like literally, like all these man had been in
Okay.
my life as a kid because
Yeah. Nice.
my mom used to deal with sorting out the visas and that for the athletes who played for like Nigeria at
Okay.
international level.
National level, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what took you into sport in itself. That's
Yeah.
what took you to basketball.
Mhm.
So when you came over here, I know that obviously you said you didn't play for your school football team.
Yeah.
Did you play basketball for a team over here?
No, when I got to 15, my last year in school, I went to Brixton Top Cats,
Okay.
and one of my closest friends, Justin Robinson, he currently plays for Surrey Scorchers. He used to play for Brixton, but
Okay.
every weekend when they won't have games and he'll come down to the local park, I'll be beating him because we went to school together. And he'll be crying and moaning and say, right, you should come play for Brixton, innit? So
Okay.
during the summer leading to year 11, I went to Brixton and I was playing all summer, the summer camps and all that. Then the coach was like, season, you're going to sign up? I said, nah, because my aunt was focused on
Okay.
school. So the last day of GCSEs, I said, right, I'm going back to basketball. She said, you know what? We agreed on it. So from then, I started playing for Brixton Top Cats.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how was that experience? Obviously, because in England, there's not that many basketball. Not that I know of.
So,
anyway.
Brixton was good because Brixton is like, in UK basketball, Top Cats is like foundation. So if
Okay.
you find out most teams that are doing well, whether it's BBL or club level, a lot of the coaches have indirectly come via Brixton.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like my old coach, Jimmy Rogers, he's like the godfather of British basketball. You know what I mean? If you ask anyone who's played basketball at any level in England, indirectly they're connected to him. So growing up, like Jimmy used to come and coach in my school, and like at the park I used to play as a kid, he used to be like, oh, you should play basketball, because I'll be mucking around with the kids. And then there was like I remember when I was like 14, there was a bent rim that was about 9'5", and you walk past and you see me dunking it on the rim.
Okay.
And they would be like, how old are you? I was like, oh, I'm 14. He's like, huh?
I was dunking at
Yeah.
14.
So at 15 was the first time I ever dunked properly on an official ring.
Okay.
So I've always been that kid who was mad athletic. Whatever you put me in if I was there long enough, I could adapt.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's
Okay.
just like, for me, it was like basketball. Only really reason why I ended up playing it more, like I said, it was my area where everyone who was coming through the ranks had grown up like down the road from me. So I just thought, you know what, if they're doing it, let me just play as well.
Fair enough. Do you still play basketball now?
I started again just about a month and a half ago.
Man saw him dunking the other day on socials. Yeah,
That's why
I stopped for 16 years, bro.
yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, but I played in the last weekend in August. We had a memorial game for Jimmy Rogers, and after playing the memorial game, just a few men was just yapping. That just triggered me. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna start playing ball again.
What's
I
your
said, next year when we're back, I'll be more than ready.
What's your position?
So I play guard. Yeah.
Okay.
I wish I was 5 inches taller though. I'd rather play small forward.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I feel like it fits me better.
Okay.
Did you play in London South Bank as well? I remember coming to watch a couple of games.
Yeah,
You
I
played
played
at
for
South Bank.
South Bank Uni as well.
Yeah.
I think my last years of playing basketball, I was playing locally for South Bank, playing National League back at Brixton. Then I was playing Uni League South Bank, locally Met Trident, and National League for Brixton at the same time. Like, then after I just literally just woke up one day and said to the man, I'm not playing ball no more. Everyone thought, huh? I said, yeah, it's done.
Fair enough. What's your career averages?
Hmm?
Do you know?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
What's your career averages, bro?
I don't have any.
I was one of them players, I was streaky where one game I might just have a shit game, 5 points, and then my best games, especially for Brixton, was whenever I was drunk in juniors. So every time I went raving with the olders, I would come and have like a 20-something, 30-something. Just because Jimmy was like, I felt like Jimmy, when he shouts, he would hold back my game. But when I've gone raving with the olders and I've come like tipsy the next morning, when you're talking, it's just going through my head.
Okay.
So I'm not even hearing it. I'm just giving it whatever I got. Like, you know what I mean?
Straight.
Okay.
And I'm just in my own zone.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So in terms of basketball itself, like, what's your favorite team?
I wouldn't even say I've got a favorite, you know. I think I'm more into players than teams.
Yeah.
I think that's what like a lot of us here, to be fair.
Yeah. I'm more into players than teams.
Who's your favorite player?
At the moment,
Yeah, free.
Bron. Bron never used to be. He never used to be.
I went straight to Bron. You know?
Bron never used to be, which is funny enough.
Yeah.
But like over the years, especially seeing him at 38, just still going as hard. I'm just like, rah. Pause. I'm like,
hey, yo, I was early.
I'm like, this guy is on a different level.
Is that more of like a respect thing for Bron than it is his actual play, or is it a bit of both?
A bit of both.
Okay, cool.
A bit of both, because I feel like he plays basketball like a rugby / NFL. It's more power game. Yeah, it's more power game than finesse for me with him. Then Steph, just because Steph is just untouchable. I reckon Steph here, if he was like the way he plays, if he was 5-6 inches taller, everyone would respect him more.
He gets plenty of respect.
I still think he don't get the dues that he deserves.
Thank you.
It's more accolades because he's 6'3" and he's closer to a regular.
I think people don't give him the full respect.
You don't think they're giving him full respect when they're saying that they think he's better than Magic?
Nah, I think the reason why I said I think if he was like 3 inches, 4 inches taller, why he would get more respect, because when he drives in, he does the fancy layups. But I reckon if he was like 3-4 inches taller, he would just be banging on everyone. And once you add that bit more into your game,
what's Steph? 6'2", 6'3"?
6'2", 6'3". Yeah.
But,
just them little things will just give people Steph is, you know.
Steph gets plenty of respect.
I feel like a lot of point guards who are smaller don't get their just dues.
Yeah, no small guys ever really.
They don't get their dues.
No small guys. Isaiah, but actually, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, but they still like
carry the team
like
to a chip. Sorry, my bad.
You know what I mean? It's that 2 guard, 3 guard that always gets the
limelight.
yeah.
That's fair. And what about your third player?
Probably
Maybe
KD, you know.
Okay. The big,
Makes sense.
Yeah, we'll
the
take
big
that,
three
yeah.
of the last-
Yeah.
Probably
sense.
KD. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, KD just smooth with it.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's the big three of the current era, but we can get into that.
Question before we move on. Sorry, boss.
It's all right.
Dame Lillard or Kyrie?
Kyrie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted
that one.
I just wanted to say that, yeah.
Nah, that's
boy.
Straight Kyrie still.
Ashley's dying right now.
72 more games.
Yeah.
Straight Kyrie.
I hear it. Let's go.
They're playing this week, actually.
Yeah.
They are.
Mm.
They are. I got one more question. MJ or Bron?
MJ, man.
Why?
Don't disrespect that guy still. There's like his mentality was on a scary level. It's on a different like mind frame. Remember, MJ's the one man. What do you average? 37 points per game in a season.
Yeah.
He's the only man who's averaged who's scored over 3,000 in a season. He's the only man who's won in a season. A scoring champ, defensive
Player of the year.
Player of the year, MVP
Yeah.
in both finals and season. Yeah, you can't play with him. He's on a. People make jokes and say, "Right, it was a plumbers league," but the thing is, MJ beat Tim Duncan and David Robinson. You know what I mean? When their men were young and still had their legs, and he was already in the 30s. He beat Shaq and Penny.
Yeah.
So all these guys that I'm
I would say-
mentioning,
I would
they
say-
were not plumbers. They
I would
were
say-
real.
I would say that was before Shaq became Shaq, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I hear what you're saying.
Hey, young-
Shaq was Shaq
Shaq was
in
dominant from the
Orlando
jump.
Magic.
from the
Yeah, he was
jump.
dominant.
But like,
He was
he
dominant
needed that
from the
like
jump.
extra. Let me
Dominant.
not say anything about Shaq before I get attacked.
He was
here.
dominant from the jump,
But-
bro.
Shaq and Kobe was when Shaq really became Shaq. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
Because-
not
because-
taking away his dominance.
Because
I mean,
Kobe's basically Jordan 2.0.
Yeah.
yeah, facts.
You get me?
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I sometimes think though, if Kobe was born in the 80s with his mentality, would Jordan have as much rings?
But
They would have
But
split
Kobe's
that way.
Kobe's whole thing.
You might need to come back for that what if episode.
Yeah.
They would have
Yeah.
split that way.
Because I've got a similar question. If Penny don't get injured,
Yeah. What would he
does
be
Kobe's
like?
career go the same?
Go the same way. Yeah, I think about that as well.
That's a what if.
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That still.
You know, there's
Hypotheticals.
what's his name? What's his name that was at Portland? Two-guard, bald head.
Drexler.
Clyde
Yeah,
Drexler. Yeah.
Clyde. You know, Jordan and Clyde could have ended up being on the same team.
I think I saw something like that
Yeah.
one time. Yeah.
Yeah.
that
If
would-
that happened,
Yeah, that's curtains.
What at
Correct.
Chicago or at Portland?
I can't remember.
I think it would have been at the Bulls.
It would, yeah.
It was Bulls,
yeah,
that's
it would have been
that's
Bulls.
clear. It was curtains with
It would have been
Pippen already.
curtains.
Yeah.
Because if them,
Yeah.
if Clyde, Pippen, and Jordan together,
Yeah, that's crazy.
bro, Jordan
Probably.
would have probably finished with like 10
Yeah.
rings.
It was,
Yeah, fair,
Yeah.
fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough. But yeah, cheers, thanks for being here and
No,
thanks
not
for
a
that
problem.
little insight into. So, just for people that are listening or watching, if they want to play, if somebody wants to go and play basketball, could you recommend anywhere that they could go?
There's so much now. If you're like in South, for instance, you got Top Cats, you got London Legends.
Okay.
I think you got Lewisham Thunder. Like those are like three proper solid. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Indirectly, all three have come via the same. You know what I mean? And right now, shout out them three teams because like even the Legends, I remember like seeing how originally that program started from another coach, Mike McCarthy, but Mike passed
Okay.
a few years back as well. And Big Mike, he was like, I love Mike because I grew up in Brixton and Legends is based in Peckham now. But back in the day, Mike used to run like a Friday and Saturday session in Camberwell, Flaxman.
Okay.
So imagine like Brixton and Peckham Youths all in one
Yeah.
gym. But Mike kind of,
That sounds like beef.
bro, but Mike kind of made it become the safe spot for everyone.
Oh,
Where
that's good, man.
when I was younger, originally, when he had the sessions down at Damilola Taylor, I'll be like, man, guy numb, you know. But if Mike,
You know, it's calm.
yeah, it's calm.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you were Mike, you knew that it was green light. You
Yeah.
could, you know what I mean? So he kind of made that blend.
Can I ask you a quick question? Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think, in your opinion, being like the only one that's played real basketball amongst us? I mean, some people think they've played, but real. I'm shaking shots today. The only one that's played real basketball amongst us. What do you think? Yeah, needs to change for basketball to grow? More specifically in London, because I feel like in the Midlands and all of that, it's kind of big up there. But in London, what needs to happen for it
growing
to
in
grow a bit
London.
more? Or you reckon it's growing already?
Bro, the schools, like, all right, now at the school level, you've got serious teams. Like, you got Cola in Bermondsey, where their boys and girls team in South, they're serious.
Balling.
They're balling. They're balling. Then I've got like Greenhouse in a few schools as well. I feel like now a lot of schools are starting to become academies, where back in day you didn't have that.
Yeah.
So now, because a lot of schools are becoming academies, kids are training at school, training at club level, then training at county level as well, which you never had back in day. So the level, like, it's going up at grassroots level. Yeah,
that's good, man. That's good. That's good. I think we all here want the sport to grow.
Yeah. No, I reckon in the next 5 to 10 years, you're gonna start seeing a lot of NBA players from London.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that's what we need.
No, it's definitely gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, I reckon this year there's a kid at Wake Forest. This might be his junior year. White boy.
From London.
Yeah. Or maybe just on the outskirts, but he's different.
Doing bits.
Doing bits.
I'm gonna have to try and find him.
Yeah. Try and check that out.
All right, cool. So taking it back to a bit of NBA talk now. I had a question, or the question that we had in the group was, what's more important to an NBA team? Is it having 3-4 top players, or having a good system?
System.
Why do you say system?
Look at LA Clippers right now, 0-5.
Can you tell this guy? Can you tell this guy?
Them men are running around confused, like no one wants to take charge.
Yeah.
It's like Harden's come, he's like, oh, I could do the usual bullshit I do, but it's like, if I do that,
how does it look?
Yeah, he's being hesitant. You could tell he's being hesitant.
Okay.
Then you got Paul George, who him and Kawhi have already established, this is our team. But them men are still kind of like, you know what, let's kind of let these men kind of, before Harden come in, when it was them two and Westbrook, it was rolling all right.
It was okay.
You get what I'm saying? It was rolling all right. Harden is coming, just collapse.
What do you think, Amps?
Stars win these championships, man.
You say stars win these
Stars win
championships?
the chips, yeah.
Okay, but then I'll Milwaukee Bucks.
Giannis is a star.
That's one.
That's all you need.
So you're saying you only need one.
If you get a mega star like that, of that level, yeah.
So you don't
put
feel
some
like
adequate pieces
around the star.
Yeah, you'll be okay.
So, but you don't think it's a system that they've put around him for him to win?
You saw his numbers in those finals. We was watching those games every day when they were on. We saw what he was on.
Yeah.
So he was powering that team. Yes, the system was good, but the following year, where he had a drop off, the system was still in place.
But that's
he got injured
Middleton
last year. Giannis got injured as well a bit last year, and they couldn't even. They were number one seed. Remember, look what happened to them.
That's fair.
So when you have the star of that level, Giannis, Joker, Steph, LeBron, KD, these levels, you've got a shot.
Cool.
Well, yeah, I feel like you need a star, a superstar, and an all-star, but they need to work within a good system. I think the players in the league now are too good to say where a star can just do it on their own. You know what I mean? You've seen James Harden in the Rockets try and struggle. You've seen KD at OKC, he couldn't get it done. When Kyrie and Harden went down at the Nets, Giannis injuring Kyrie allegedly.
He did.
Why he got
Facts.
his ring.
He did.
So for me, he's still got to prove that he can do it.
He did.
Huh?
Injured Kyrie, bro. He put his leg out.
I don't respect the championship. That's one like that, in my opinion. Allegedly, I think he injured Kyrie on purpose, and it was dirty. To me, it was dirty play.
You know what's mad here? OKC is another what if If all them lot didn't get traded when they were young,
That's a big
I think they needed to get traded because I don't think they would have realized their full potential. If Harden never left,
yeah.
gone Houston, Harden wouldn't be Harden. Remember, like he
It's
wasn't. He
true,
was the
yeah.
third option.
He would.
He would. You think Harden would have been MVP at OKC,
He was quickly going past Westbrook.
brother?
right.
Brother.
Quickly going past
He was
him.
going past Westbrook.
At-
Quickly
at
going
what-
past
at-
him.
What pace?
The coaching is what held back Harden. They should have.
I reckon they would have found a way.
I don't think so.
Because remember, there's 3 pieces, not 4 like now in
Yeah.
LA.
It was.
Yeah.
Huh?
Let's disrespect Ibaka.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But Ibaka knew his role.
His role.
Yeah.
He knew his role. Ibaka would have been like now when you've got like Golden State and you've got like Draymond.
Just false
where
five. Just
Draymond
playing a
knows
false five. Yeah,
his
yeah,
role.
yeah.
But you know the funny thing about Golden State, yeah? Like even though Draymond gets all this cussing and all of that from people forget that when he was before the league, Draymond could get buckets.
Yeah.
It's just that's why I said that's why I prefer systems where you got people like what's his name that is always pissing people off, man. Point guard that's very defensive minded.
Marcus Smart, Chris Paul,
Nah,
Brooks.
Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks.
where was he last year? Not Brooks. Where was he last year?
Oh, you're talking about
Caruso?
no, you're talking about Chicago Bulls, but what's his name?
yeah.
That was in
Lonzo?
Bulls.
Lonzo.
Nah, man.
No.
The
He's
guy-
at
they
Bulls.
got a
Caruso.
podcast.
No,
He's got a
he's
podcast.
got a podcast. Oh, what's the name?
That
man?
we spoke about him last week. For Chicago Bulls, he went Lakers. And he had the beef with Westbrook, and he said,
Patrick Beverly.
Bev.
Pat Bev.
Pat Beverly.
Pat Bev.
Yeah.
You see Pat Beverly in high school, straight
Buckets.
buckets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That
He
is
was
true.
averaging over 30
But-
casually.
But let's
That's what people don't understand here. NBA, you just got to know your role.
your role, yeah.
So he's bought into a system. But if Pat was giving the green light, he can go.
But let's be real, like the NBA,
Same like
yeah,
people like Drew Holiday.
yeah.
That's why, like, you got to have guys who could fit correctly in the system and know that, all right, cool. This is what I'm going to do. For 4 quarters, I'm going to be marking the main man.
That's my job.
Whereas now you've got the problem in Clippers where Harden is like, mate, this ain't my job. This ain't what I do. You get me?
Harden has never been defensive minded, yeah. And let's be real, if we're looking at ballers in the league, yeah, everyone was a baller before they got to the NBA. Everyone was dropping buckets. I don't think, from based off of stats and stuff I've seen, I don't think there's been a baller that's come into the league that wasn't dropping buckets in their in.
Oh,
Wasn't
He wasn't dropping buckets.
Where was he?
Biggie's brother.
Where's the
Oh,
Where-
Straight nepotism.
Hey, leave Fanassis alone, man. Leave Fanassis alone.
That's naughty, you know.
Yeah, no. Leave Fanassis alone.
That's straight nepotism.
Well, back
Like,
to
even like I'll give you an example. There are people in the league that just left the league in the past few years that if they were given the right system would still be in the league. So I'll give you an example like someone like Lou Williams. He was always held back.
But he's like 36.
But he
though,
liked
bro.
his role, though.
He's like, was he 35?
No,
Yeah, but
I've heard him on
he's better.
podcasts saying that he just had to just kind of just fall into, you get me?
Six
Then
man
you
of the
had
year.
like
Yeah.
Monte Ellis.
But he was sharp.
He got shafted
for
Steph.
Yeah.
But Monte around the right system, like them man there were straight ballers. You couldn't stop them. But everything is what coach you get at the time.
Yeah,
It's
true.
timing. The league is about timing.
True.
You know?
I kind of what Ash said, yeah. Like systems, like wins you chips, but you also said, yeah, like you need a superstar and you need a star, yeah. What superstar did they have in Detroit Pistons in 2004?
Chancey Billups.
Are you a superstar?
He's not a superstar.
He's
bro.
not.
You think
He's-
you thought
he's a
Chancey
star.
Billups was a superstar?
He's a star.
But you know what it
Behave,
is?
man, behave.
That team there, no. That team,
They beat
was-
the Lakers.
it wasn't superstars, but they were like
They beat
borderline. All of them were kind of borderline.
It was like
There was-
5 borderline.
They was borderline.
Well, they had Ben Wallace,
They were
Chauncey
border-
Billups.
They were borderline. guys.
They had Rashad Wallace.
Rasheed Wallace.
Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah.
Who else did they have?
Tayshaun Prince.
Tayshaun Prince.
All them lot were borderline.
None of them
stars,
were superstars.
but
Is
they
what
were
I'm saying.
borderline. You had a team of borderlines who bought into the system.
I think they were all defensive minded, is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say. Which goes back to the system, the idea that the system. You obviously that's what you said.
Yeah.
System wins you chips.
Yeah.
Like if you've got a system that works, you can't just put players in a setup like you said. The 4 in Clippers, Like, look at the madness that happened with the Lakers when they were trying.
One,
you know, a
that's won
trade.
ring in the last like.
No,
30.
but even the ones that have won rings, like, bro, look at Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson, yeah, the triangle won him a chip. What, like 9 times?
That was my.
But he
point.
won.
That was
He
my
won
take.
his 6 with Jordan, 3 with Kobe and Shaq.
Kobe and Shaq,
And
Bro,
Jordan.
Jordan.
Jordan and Pippen.
No, but you think there wasn't a Jordan and Pippen before Phil Jackson? They had systems that weren't working, bro.
Yeah, but
They won nothing
Wait,
before Phil Jackson.
hold on, wait.
Yeah, like the Princeton offense never wins nothing in the NBA.
They didn't win anything.
But
So
LeBron-
they had to. Yeah, Phil Jackson had to create a system that helped them get over the line, though.
Yeah, but you've then named Jordan,
Oh,
Kobe,
come on,
and Shaq.
come
And I
on,
said superstars.
bro. I'm talking in the last 20 years, though, isn't it? Really, last 30 years,
Yeah,
really. But I'm just saying.
Yeah,
No,
for
go
me
on.
to finish my point was the system puts you in position to win, and then sometimes you just need a superstar to get you over the line because there's also normally another superstar on the other team.
You know what's mad?
Yeah.
Like, before Bron ended up in Miami, I think originally they were trying to figure out a way to get to Chicago, where it would have been Bron,
And
because he wanted Lou to stay there.
Yeah.
He wanted to play with Loire, and if it was like Bron, Lou, and you managed to get Wade over there, it would have been a madness because D Rose was still
Yeah.
around.
We had this conversation today in
It
the WhatsApp
would
group.
have been madness.
Yeah.
They would have won bare chips. They would have run through people.
Yeah,
You get me?
that could have been a problem.
Yeah, because Lou's defensive minded.
Yeah.
True.
But I still bro, they won 2 out of 4 at Miami. I still think that's a success. Really, it should have been 3 out of 4. But
I reckon if that Chicago move happened, they would have had a
4 out
how
of
the-
4.
Clean
Yeah,
run.
they would have had a clean run. They would have had a clean run.
We need to have a hypothetical episode.
Yeah.
We
what if-
can do
that'd be
that.
good.
I truly believe it's a system because I think 70% of the championships are rooted in the base at like 5 different coaches. So like there's like a Pat Riley line. You know what I mean? Like there's
Okay, I get what you mean.
75% of the ships won are based from like a line of 5 coaches, assistant coaches, their assistant coaches. So
Fair.
Who do
I
you
think
think?
it's a
Who do you think Jimmy Butler needs to push him over the edge?
He could. Bro. He needs a player of the level of.
He needs a player better than he is.
Yeah, I don't think he'll win it as a number 1 option.
I don't think he should be the number one.
I don't think Jimmy Butler will be the number
I
1
think-
option.
I
yeah.
think he
Rate
needs a
him as
player.
one option.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
he needs a player that's better than him, so he can be the Robin to somebody's Batman.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Essentially.
Yeah.
But saying that, we all sat here, yeah, and saw him win 2 games, and we're like, oh yeah, Miami got it this year. Man, them were saying Miami got it, bro.
Who?
Bro,
Name names, because
Bro.
Got it where? What?
bro.
I do.
Man, them was saying,
No.
man, them said, I was looking on social media. Man, same man was like, yeah, Miami got this.
All I said is that you have to respect them for what they've done. You have to respect what he's done with that
100%.
team. You have to respect them.
Mm.
But for them to get it over the line, I don't think Jimmy can be the number one guy
I
there.
think it would have to be Embiid
I was
to
gonna
answer
say
your
that
question
level.
because I think he would accept Jimmy being the alpha,
Yeah,
but him being the best player.
yeah.
Okay.
Because
I hear that.
Jimmy, he's a player that needs to turn up. You can't just be, I'm second fiddle. He won't perform to his max.
Mm.
He needs to be the guy that turns up and carries the team, kind of in adversity, and then the more talented player will come along with him and do what they
And
need.
do what they need to
And
do.
Jimmy will take
Yeah.
care of the rest.
Yeah.
Mm.
They had it all right. They had it kind of figured out at one point at Philly until where he was there, like the half season, whatever it was.
Mm.
Obviously, didn't stay on. But yeah, I think Embiid would be the primary. You need that level of player,
Okay.
that talent.
Cool. So just for you, system or players?
Absolutely system. More, well, the system and players, but I think system just above players.
System just above players.
Yeah.
So
Jordan, Shaq, and Kobe.
So if I get this right, we're all well, you guys are all sitting and saying the Clippers thing is not gonna work.
Actually, hold on, bro. Like, we're talking about the Clippers, yeah. Look at Lakers that had they had Karl Malone, Kobe,
Wash.
Yeah,
Shaq.
but they was washed.
They were-
bare
bro.
players.
Okay, but
Bro, they was
also-
washed.
Bro,
man.
no, but we're talking. He's talking about players
Yeah,
though.
but
But
them man went there when they was washed, bro.
And there was also Kobe and Shaq had their problems. They
Yeah,
weren't
true.
in harness at
Yeah.
that point. You're talking
Then the
about-
system weren't working.
The triangle was still the triangle, bro. That's nothing to do with the system.
Yeah, but
When Shaq left,
the players they
he
put
went
into the
somewhere
system
else.
were old, man.
Yeah, and got a ring. Kobe still got 2 more rings further down the line
Yeah.
because of that's how good they are.
Cool. So we're saying you lot are unanimously saying that Clippers it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
That's not gonna
It's
work.
not gonna work.
You
I think they know that.
I've already said it's Mount Dudmore.
Bro,
You lot want to coin it?
you
I'll
can't.
give it
It's
time.
not gonna work, man.
But it's mad though, because like when it's anybody else, like we always say stuff. For example, like when LeBron goes to a new team or when LeBron gets new players, it takes him time to figure out
Perfect.
their system or how they work, how they're gonna work together
Chemistry, harmony.
before they then move on. We're sitting there saying, okay, they're 0-5. They are 0-5. They've been beaten by some pretty poor teams as well. But the fact of the matter is, those are 4 very, very good players.
Also, you see, like how you mentioned LeBron, yeah. Another thing that LeBron's good at, yeah, what most players ain't got. LeBron here could call back play by play
Yeah.
of what happened in
Which
the
is
game.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
his
mad.
memory
Yeah.
call is different. So him being able to adapt,
Scary.
it's scary because
Scary.
his
Scary.
IQ when it comes to the game is that's a thing that people don't value LeBron for, but that's a skill in itself that most people can't pick up.
Yeah.
That's fair, but yeah, like I do think we should give them. I do think we should give them the time though, because like that's 4 very, very, very good
They've
players,
got a good coach.
and they've got a good coach.
They ain't winning nothing, bro. There's no time. No
He ain't
time.
winning
calling
nothing.
it. I'm calling it.
I'm going
They're
with
trash.
Boston.
They're
But
trash. I'm standing on it. They're
I'm not
trash.
far off from that, but
I'm going
nah.
with Boston, man. As
Cool.
long as Porzingis don't get hurt, I'm going with
Are
Boston.
they the strongest in the East right now?
Yeah,
looks clear to me.
it looks clear, boy.
Yeah.
Clear to me.
Bro, that game the other week where they finished with 150 something points, I think they done that purposely.
Who stops them in the West?
Denver.
It's that man Jokic, man.
That's the only problem, Denver.
How did
But that's why I think if Porzingis is healthy, like remember, like Miami didn't have but you see, like now that Boston has Porzingis and Drew Holiday, there's enough counters.
I think it's
'Cause
Tyler Hero and Duncan.
Denver, you got
Tyler Hero's injured.
I'm saying if he steps up, I'm talking about postseason. But sorry, go on.
Denver, you got like the third option, KCP.
Mm.
He helped Lakers as well. I
He's
don't know
balling,
why they
yeah.
traded him.
Mm.
That was a dumb move. But now you've got counter for him, where you got Drew Holiday and Porzingis.
Hold on one sec.
He said
how,
third
how did the Celtics get on with Embiid the other day?
Are you asking me, bro?
I'm asking. How did they get with Embiid the other day?
let me see. What's the stat? Let me see the
Them
stat
man,
line.
He put hands on them.
Yeah.
Let me see the stat line.
That ain't gonna, like I said,
Told man about Maxi.
like, Maxie's he's going off still.
Yeah.
He's in my fantasy team, I think.
Yeah. Maxi's
The young boys are all going off. Maxie's going off. Camp Thomas in
Thomas.
Brooklyn is going off.
This is why I'm
Man
saying that.
possessed.
This is why I'm saying that when you look at like Harden's game, yeah, that's why I'm saying that at OKC, he was never going to be the player that he was. He needs the only place that we've seen Harden successful is at Houston when he had that Dan Antoni system and it was like dribble, dribble, dribble. Everyone else is a poor
Get out
dribble,
the
dribble,
way.
shoot.
Shoot.
That's the only time we've seen Harden
105.
successful.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That-
Now we're asking you.
Playground.
Now we're asking you, Harden, defend. Now we're asking you, Harden, play with other stars here that you know what I mean. That you know what I mean. Set screens. Like you can't do it.
The ball,
Yeah,
yeah.
You got to remember, Harden got stuck in that way after he left the OKC. He would have been a different player if he
stayed at OKC.
Yeah.
That
He would have figured it
Hypothetical.
out in the system. Another what if.
Yeah.
Doing different things.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Cool. Alright, so moving on then, I wanted to talk about one of the top players in the league, or one of the good players in
The
the league.
Premier.
And that's your man Kevin Durant. Ash asked a question in the group, and I wanted to bring it up. Is KD still a top 5 player in today's NBA?
100%.
Why do you say he is?
So he's lifetime average in the league is 27 points per game, 7.1 rebounds and 4.3 assists. This season he's 30 points per game, 7.1 rebounds and 4.6. If you've been in the league that long and you're 35 and you're averaging more than your average, you're still top 5.
Okay, that's fine, but I think you have to caveat the fact that he's averaging 30 points, given the fact that Booker and Bill have both been out. So he's the only.
So
he's
he
the only
stepped up
one.
to the plate.
Yeah. So
No, but
He's had to carry the load.
I
He's
hear
still
it.
top
But
5.
he's also the only person on that team that's actually going to score. So he has to be the one that's.
And that's what a top 5 player does.
that's it.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't think you just say because he's scoring a lot that means he's a top 5 player, because like we got to talk about the other players in the league that we could name as
Okay.
well, those top
Yeah.
5.
So, all right. So what I would say to you is this: the 1 and 2 to me in the league are pretty clear, and Jokic and Embiid I think are that far ahead of everyone else at the moment. Giannis third. So then 4 and 5, yeah, we can debate who that could be. We can debate Luka, we can debate Steph, we can debate KD. You know, everybody sees basketball in their own particular way, right? So that's why I say if you leave them free to just be the 1, 2, and 3 in whatever order you like, then KD being the top 5 player, yeah, because he can still, as she was saying, he can still give you the points, which he hasn't dropped off. His rebounds is still what it is, and
And
the
his assists
assist
gone
is
up.
still the same. Mind you, he's playing now in a team where it's brand new coach, and they haven't got a facilitator, so he's now having to facilitate. He's now having to initiate a lot more than he's ever had to do.
They got Eric Gordon.
Eric Gordon, yeah, he has Eric Gordon, but even we discussed Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon's role primarily this year was to come and run the second unit, come and be, because if we looked at everyone in fit, we was looking at Bill, Booker, KD, Nurkic, and I don't know, one of Koji or whoever, Bates Diop. So now we're saying, okay, this guy comes off the bench, Eric Gordon. Unfortunately, there's injuries. Eric Gordon's had to start a lot more, picked up more minutes. That's where you see Eric Gordon's doing a lot more bits and pieces, but KD's still giving the work out there. It's not easy for him because 35, yeah, we're not talking about a player in his prime anymore, 24, 25, 35. Back, you know,
How
the
many
injury
seasons
history.
in? Is he, what, like 15 seasons at
I think
least?
it's even 16.
16, yeah, 16 seasons in.
So we know already the mileage on the clock. So that's why I'll say, yeah, this guy is still top 5 30. I will argue that for Kevin Durant, top 5 certified in the league still.
I reckon he might play maybe another 5.
You reckon?
Yeah.
21 seasons.
Huh?
I think
I reckon he can. Because you know what it is? Them men are true, like people like him and LeBron are true hoopers. They love the game.
Yeah.
And I reckon, you know what it is? Because he's, 12th on the all-time scoring list.
Would you want to break top 5?
He definitely wants to break top 5.
Top 5.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Ash?
Well, me, the reason I posed it to the group was basically because for me, I've been watching this season. KD is my favorite player. The reason I actually watch basketball. Like, I picked up the sport seriously because I was watching him. I said, this guy's crazy.
Yeah.
But for me, what I'm seeing in the fourth quarters now of KD, the reason I'm questioning whether he's a top 5 player, because anytime there's a close game in the fourth quarter, he's severely underperforming. He can't shake off his man. He's not getting buckets since he's done his Achilles. It's been a couple of years now, and the driving past players is gone, and the jump shots it's not as smooth now because he can't create the shot creation space for himself. So I'm looking at when he's playing close games, he's not performing. Sometimes the guy missing for 5 minutes without making a shot and things like that. So when Book and Beal are not there, he's really struggling.
Yeah. It might be the age and mileage thing, because he might need more rest at the right times. But when you haven't got those two there, by the time it's fourth quarter, being at 35.
Yeah, he's averaging at 34, 35 minutes a game, isn't it?
It's hard at 35.
Steph's older than him, Bron's older than him. So
I was just about to say,
we can't also look at the injuries on the body as an issue long term. And the 2 injuries that come to mind, he had the big foot injury when he was at OKC, and we know the Achilles already.
But Steph's had his ankle problem.
Them little minor ankle problems, man.
You can't, bro,
minor, and they were early.
You can't say they were minor, bro. You can't say they were minor.
Bron's a different animal.
Bron don't get injured. Bron don't get hurt.
KD's he's 41st in fourth quarter scoring.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the other stat I was looking at is on the clutch list in clutch scoring. He's 28th.
What, this season?
This season in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
So,
but how many situations have they been in where he's had to close? I don't know. I'm just posing that question.
Anytime.
Every game? Is it every game?
5 close games where in the fourth quarter, the lead is maybe 4 or 5 points throughout the fourth quarter, and KD's not showing up. They're losing by 10 or losing by 8, or he's getting stripped.
I mean,
protecting the ball.
The biggest one is the strip against the Spurs, bro. You can't.
The foul that wasn't.
No, it wasn't a foul.
All right.
It wasn't a foul. He got stripped cleanly.
You know what I'm saying? So, for example, the top of the clutch scoring list is Fox, Doncic, LeBron, Anthony Cooper, Maxey, Jason Tatum, even Desmond Bane's up there, Damian Lillard.
But I know
Booker hasn't really played. Booker's up there, LaMelo.
Then the list is if
but
you're saying Booker's name,
Flawed,
that
Booker, yeah.
and the
Booker's
thing
hardly been playing.
I don't think you can just use clutch scoring alone, because like
He's trying to.
I'm just naming names on the list.
Okay.
Curry's played most games. Curry's at 19. Anthony Edwards at 18. Wembanyama's at 16. Like you mentioned before, he turns up in.
Yeah, he turns up in the
Like,
fourth.
Hachimura should not be above Kevin Durant in clutch scoring.
But Booker is, and he's hardly played.
Yeah, that's probably one game. But the rest of the names I'm naming, they've played at least 80% of the games.
So based on the fact that he's not scoring enough for you in the fourth quarter, he's not a top 5.
He's like
So who would be the top
player,
5 for
a
you
top
then?
5 player is supposed to, when it comes down to crunch time in the fourth, they're supposed to
All right,
take over the game.
All right, then who's say? I remember I said, okay, here's 3. I would say who would you pay is the top 5? Then I want to hear
So
where he would land now.
Jokic, Embiid, Giannis. Then I still think you still have to put Steph in there and Tatum.
No Doncic.
Then I still think Doncic is up there before KD. I still think Embiid's there before KD.
You've already mentioned Embiid.
So Doncic is there before KD, and then so maybe KD's between 8 and 5.
What about AD?
I
Apart from
mentioned LeBron,
no,
and then LeBron. AD's definitely not.
what?
AD's not even a top 20 player to me.
This-
I've never rated AD.
Nah, but hold on, wait.
That's your
Apart from the first game where I think in the second half AD didn't score any points, he's averaging 30 points a game,
okay.
and he's averaging 30 points and something like 8 or 9 rebounds a game. Like AD, he's doing very well. Apart from that first game, when the second half he didn't score anything. I think he scored 18 over the game. He's averaging 30 across everything else.
Yeah,
So to say you're not gonna put, if we're basing it on this season alone, to say AD's not, but he's right there with them. If you mention Doncic, if you mention Steph, like he's right. AD is right there with those guys.
Yeah, but what makes you a top 5 player is consistency.
But you're asking about it this season. Because if you're saying is KD still a top 5 player based on this season, then yeah, it's a hard.
We're only
it's a hard
10.
call.
We're only 10 games in as well, so we can't even until the
Small
All-Star
sample
break.
size.
Sample size is too small.
Yeah.
Things could just change in 2 months like that.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the trends and I'm thinking like KD might be losing a step a little bit. That's
But
my-
is the Suns KD's team or is it Booker's team?
At the moment,
it's
No,
Booker's team.
is it, if everybody's healthy, everybody's fit, everybody's playing, is it Booker's team or is it KD's team?
well,
Booker's.
was drafted there, so he's been the primary.
Okay, so
Statement
then
of the
if it's Booker's team,
Mm.
how does KD then make, if you get a bigger sample size over the season,
Yep.
everyone's fit, how does KD make that top 5? Because to be in that top 5,
Because even Booker knows
you need
on
to be that guy.
team, KD's still the
best player.
scorer.
Is he still the best scorer in the pivotal moments?
in that team.
Because I believe Booker is
I think-
probably a top 5 clutch player in the NBA
you know what?
since he's been in the NBA.
Do you know what? What we haven't seen enough of is how teams defend him
When all three of
guys
them are together.
Yeah,
yeah.
because trust me, it's not going to be trap KD and then that's problem solved. Or
There's
trap,
going to be problems
there's going to be
when
more
all three of
problems,
them are on.
Because I think I said
Can't.
I said before,
yeah. Can't do it.
someone like Bradley Beal has almost been scoring champion in this
Yeah,
league.
yeah.
So
But
he's been in those times. Your best defender has taken Bradley Beal at the end. Now, your third best defender is
He's
going to
taking
take
Bradley
Beal.
take
so
Bradley Beal.
it's going to change how the numbers will change.
How
for these
teams,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's my point. If you're a top 5 player, Jokic don't need that excuse. Giannis don't need that excuse.
Yeah, but
He don't need-
Jokic got Murray. Murray is...
Murray wasn't there the other day, and what did Jokic do, bro? He got it done.
Murray hasn't really been balling out this season though. He's good. Don't
Yeah,
get me wrong. He hasn't really been shining like how he has shown before.
Michael Porter Jr. stepped up over there though.
He has.
Their system is beautiful. The way the ball moves, it's just mad.
Yeah, I think like taking it back to the last topic, Denver are a very big example of a system team
Yeah.
where
However,
they've got Jokic.
Jokic is
Yeah,
still
Fair
the main
enough.
cog in that wheel.
Yeah, but that's, and like obviously my biggest thing whenever I talk about system is Golden State team of 2 years ago, because not the team that beat Bron, but the team that won against Celtics. You really only had Steph. You had good players. You had Wiggins. You had Jordan Poole. You had a bit of Clay, not the Clay that we know him to be. You still had Draymond. You had good players, but your real star there was Steph, and they used a system to win that chip. So that's why I definitely think it's a system. But bringing it back, like top 5 in the league, when you're looking at it right now, you know, the as you said, the top 2 they're clear. right? They're top 2, and I think if Giannis pulls his socks up a bit more, he gets back in, because there was a point in time Giannis was the best player in basketball by a mile, and then I think the year they won the chip, he was the best player in basketball by far, and he kind of fell off a bit where he got injured. And then kind of his level kind of went down. If he steps up again, he goes back to that. So then you've got a clear top 3. Then there's a gap. There is.
I agree.
Like, then there is a gap. And then your argument is there's so many players, so many names you can mention. You can mention Doncic. You can mention LeBron at 38 years old. You can mention him. You can mention KD. You can mention Steph. You can mention Tatum.
Yeah.
You can mention Jaylen Brown.
Shea.
You can mention
Shea.
SGA.
Yeah.
You could like, this is gonna sound mad, yeah, but you can even take guys like Anthony Edwards and say, "Rod, this guy."
Man said you could take that. I think Anthony Edwards is the future. Like his mind state,
yeah, no, his
different.
mentality is crazy.
Like his mentality is like he's like his mind state is a Jordan type mind state.
Yeah.
Like piss him off in it.
Between him, Shea,
Yeah,
Ja,
yeah,
we're nice for the next.
yeah. I think we're gonna be nice for a very long time. Because the new guys coming in, there's a lot of hungry guys. Hunger is.
The thing I like about Anthony Edwards the most is the last couple of games I watched him. Yeah, against the Celtics, for example, Tatum went ISO on him and said he's playing with 5 fouls.
Yeah,
he wants to get him out of the game. Anthony Edwards, I don't care.
Yeah,
play defense,
Yeah.
and he won the ball.
Yeah.
And like you were saying earlier, against Golden State, he was calling everybody. Give me Steph, give me Clay, give me Wiggins. I'll take them all on. It doesn't matter. That's someone
move on Draymond as well, you know.
Yeah.
Sent him spinning.
And then Draymond fouled him.
The
next play. So what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
But like it's so like when you look across it, if you're talking who is the top 5 players in the league, you have a solid 3 that you can name.
Yeah.
4 and 5, boy,
We could be debating all day. Yeah,
there's a lot of debate. There's a lot of debate around it. But I think you do have to factor in, as you mentioned, KD's injuries. The team that they're playing in is kind of brand new. It's a brand new system. Like, we haven't really seen the best of Phoenix with everybody healthy. You know,
I think Booker's clear to play now.
Is it?
So yeah, it'll be.
So it'll be. I think what they're 4 and 5 now at the moment.
4 and 5.
Yeah. So
it's been a bumpy start.
Yeah, but that was always going to happen without Booker, without Bill. Like, teams are just saying, okay, we look up KD. Who else is doing their scoring for them? Nurkic is not. He's not a great scorer. Eric Gordon, he's streaky, very streaky. There's times he can go and stand in the corner and make four threes in a row.
Yeah.
There's times he'll miss all 4 of them.
Yeah.
So, you know, it is what it is. But we will see. We will see what happens.
So you're saying that you agree that there's the 3 players that are clear, and then we can debate the rest.
But you know he's gonna put Steph in there, so there's only one more spot.
Yeah, that's why I'm waiting to see what he's really trying to say. Because
of course I'm going to put Steph in there, but because if you look at what Steph is doing right now for his team, right?
What's he averaging, like, 7 threes per game or more?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
He's the only 35-year-old to average over 20 points a game to start a season in the last 10, 15 years.
Is it?
Yeah. And you also have to look, apart from him, nobody in Golden State has scored over 20 points apart from Dario Saric in one game.
I know
this is where I'm comparing him to KD. Steph is making his team win when it's tight games.
But we lost the last 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say the last 4-1 in the last 5.
It's for 6 and 5.
Yeah,
but he's showing up in the 4th though. KD's not.
Yeah, that is true.
That's what I'm saying.
He's also,
I'm not sure what games Steph has had to close out.
No,
he missed one. He missed the one.
He missed the layup.
That's what I was thinking. I think I saw
when I think he should.
KD's not even taking the lap. He's not in the game.
Yeah,
which is what's disappointing me.
Okay, I hate
so
that.
If you take that 4, then there's one spot left, and I'm not gonna lie, you can't. I wouldn't be able to put KD there over Doncic, for example.
Lucas he's moving different now.
Yeah,
Lucas is moving different.
But I think we said that from the FIBA, like in the summertime. You can see that he was
different.
He was coming. He was going to come back
moving
different.
mad.
Yeah, I mean, it's good.
The league's looking serious. I can't even lie.
It's a tough
tough league now, but anyone can go on any team.
It's very serious.
Yeah.
So what we said, KD not top 5?
Not for me, no. Sadly,
he's just in the mix for me still.
But he's the top five. All right, name your five then.
So we've had the 3.
Yeah.
4, JT. 5, KD.
I'm not gonna argue it. I could, but I'm not gonna argue it. Cheers.
I think that'll be my 5 as well, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not even Jaylen Brown.
Huh?
Not even Jaylen Brown.
Oh, it's tough. Yeah.
There's been-
That's the thing. Yeah. It's tough. It could actually be them 5 and KD on 6.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
JB
It's-
been balling.
Mhm.
you know what's so mad? There's, like even like someone like SGA, like
Yeah.
can you
I'm a
really
fan of SGA
can
as
you
well,
really
so I
take
was
him
even
out of
like,
that conversation right now, given what he's doing?
I like him because he plays a game at his pace.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, you can't rush him.
No.
He's there now. He's not a small boy no
No,
more.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
established
yeah.
himself now, so
Yeah.
as a big time player in the league now.
I'm gonna say something mad. So what about Dylan Brooks? He's Easton.
He's moving mad. I don't know where this has come from.
Nah, I know where it's come from. He feeds off the hate.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He does.
One of them
He
guys.
feeds off the hate. He's one of them guys.
I think last week Fabe said that the Jordan Pool's the most disrespectful trade in the NBA. But
History.
but
That is it.
Dylan Brooks might be a close second, you know.
No, did they not renew his contract? Bro?
No.
No.
Or they traded him? Straight trade.
Later.
When did he
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if he moved into Harden's old house and his old strippers and something's going on in his.
Nah,
Nah, I think he's triggered.
no,
I think he's triggered.
I think he is.
I think he's
he is.
triggered.
Well, because like he's playing out of his skin.
But mind you, we did say, I think when we loosely discussed the Western Conference at the very first one or the second one, we touched on the fact that they got Fred VanVleet.
How old is Dylan Brooks?
I think he's 26, but
Yeah.
check. We've got Brooks there, Sagan.
That's a young team, you know.
Yeah.
Very
we've
young
got
team.
nice, young, hungry ballers who
Yeah.
are just up and down. And
Yeah.
then you've got a new coach who's defense first. You've seen him
And
take the
they're
team to the
athletic
finals.
as hell.
Yeah.
The young guys
Run.
they keep on drafting, they run.
They're 6-3 at the moment. They're
Yeah.
fourth in the
Doesn't
West.
surprise me.
Yeah.
You've got a wise point guard like Van Fleet, and then you've got Brooks, who's a dog on a defensive end. The rest of them buy into that. I think you said it. That's what Ime was going to use him for, like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Go and tell them guys, this is where it is, sort of thing, and it's working.
It's fair enough.
Teams don't want to play against a team like Houston are going to get up and down and it's going to be dogged on every play. What for a regular season game?
Yeah, it's mad.
It's long.
It's mad.
It's
I don't
long.
want that.
It's long.
I think just to round this off, I think there's a clear top 3. Then there's a lot of argument about a lot of players in that 4 and 5 spot. Everybody will have a different opinion on who should be there.
What do you think this year is gonna be when they do All-Star game? Because they're going back to the East and West
East and
format.
West.
Finally. Yeah.
Huh? But the West is loaded,
What
boy.
are they doing? What are they doing? Captains do? Or is it going to be?
No,
the,
it's gonna be
the
East and West.
I
East
think-
and West, but the normal way they decide it, like
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's
media, coaches and
yeah.
voting.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
But-
gonna be mad.
But it's mad because, like, for example, voting. If they were doing captains, LeBron is captain in West.
Yeah.
Without. But
Popularity.
Mm.
he be? Should LeBron be
Still the
the
eighth,
captain
the eighth.
of the Western Conference? He's there by name, not by.
But remember,
even though he's
it's
play-
all stars.
Mm.
LeBron's is
He's always gonna get the highest vote.
still the star
Yeah, he is.
of the
Yeah.
this team.
The All Stars meant to be your best players, though. I'm not saying that he isn't a part of that conversation of
part.
best
He'll
players,
definitely be an all-star.
He's part.
Yeah, no, yeah.
but should he be? But he should be number
That's
one.
why they're saying Wemby will probably get a vote because he's got a lot of fans.
Yeah,
Got-
he's
got
fanfare.
fan base.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But
So you're expecting him to
do you think he makes All Star? If it's, I don't
on
know.
his ability and his play. And he's a Funko.
That's difficult.
He's gonna get a popularity vote.
Get popularity, because Joker on the West, and then who else?
No, because if you look at Frank,
Oh, yeah, no, KD's in
you
it.
got Joker,
Yeah,
you got AD,
yeah,
you got
LeBron and
you got
KD.
KD.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Mm.
more spots taken already.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
yeah.
Tough
Could
one.
be difficult. Yeah,
Mm.
Tough
It'll come
one.
down to popularity.
Tough one. I wanted to look at some games that are coming up this week and what we think of the matchups. So tonight we've got Pacers and 76ers.
What's that thingy game?
That's a
Tournament.
tournament game. Yeah, and so is
I think they're all tournaments.
Yeah, Tuesday's tournament.
Tuesdays
Tuesday,
and
Friday,
Fridays.
innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Warriors Wolves. I'll take the Warriors Wolves one. I think we played them 2 days ago. and they absolutely murdered us. And we have lost the last 3, and we've lost to basically teams that have just got 2 big men.
Broski.
We can't.
Team
I think
Can't
I think Wolves got in for Warriors.
They're better than Fulham.
Remember, even before the season started, on one interview, they asked Anthony Edwards, who's he looking forward to? He was just like Warriors.
I mean,
I think he's got like an agenda against them now.
Could be.
Yeah,
everybody wants
I'm
to.
actually going to take Golden State on this one.
they better tighten up today, boy.
When Steph has a bad shooting game like he did the last game,
Yeah.
he normally comes back out and corrects it. So
It's mad because I was looking at the stats from the last game. We shot 12 or 43 from the 3-point line.
12 or 43.
yeah,
43.
It was a bad night.
That's mad.
That's
43.
mad shooting.
Mad.
Like we had all.
Mad. I'm just
What's
looking
mad
at
is
the
all
numbers,
the games we've lost, we've shot under 40%.
That's
All of the
horrific.
games. Yeah.
And it doesn't help that Steph is the only one that's actually scoring.
Scoring. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like it's mad because if you look at someone like Clay, yeah, Clay is averaging between 14 and 19 points a game, but you'll get to the fourth quarter
Vanish.
and he's got 5 points. So he'll score in the fourth.
But
but
yeah.
You
rest
don't.
of the
You
game,
need.
It's
The,
not impactful.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
impactful at all. By that time, the lead is
The
all
lead is
ballooned, so
yeah.
it's gone.
Who's stopping Edwards on that Western? I know he was giving everyone work the other day.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
ain't no one quick enough to
The
stay in
problem
front of him.
is. The problem is.
That's
I
the
think-
problem.
Lee Wiggins, but he's not.
Yeah,
Mm.
he is, that's it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know
Yeah.
what happened in the background.
Mm.
No one's really found out, but he's not the same guy.
Kuminga.
Kaminga's a good defender, but I don't know if he's in the. I don't know. You know the rotations at Golden State more. Like, is he in the rotations enough?
He is. But
Is
do you know what? Do you know what I don't like about? But he's too rash.
Oh, fouls
Like
and that
just too rash.
over
He's
over
too
Zidane.
rash.
Still young though.
And his offense, he doesn't think, bro. He doesn't like everything he does. He wants to drive to the basket. He does
Athletic. He's-
everything
yeah,
he does. He just wants to do that, bro. 'Cause
Yeah.
sometimes you
super athlete.
need to share the ball around. 76ers and Pacers.
Good
I mean, that's a good game, but I think 76ers are on a hot streak at the
game.
moment.
8-1.
Since Harden's gone,
Yeah.
they've 5-0.
The vibes in.
Like
Maxi
it was a
looks
6-0.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Maxi scored 50 the other night, bro.
The
Yeah.
only thing I don't like about the scheduling is they got Celtics on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
is it?
You got a Tony game on Tuesday, and
Yeah.
Celtics
and
on
Indy are
Wednesday.
not
Then
some mugs as well.
No.
No.
They're there.
balling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take 76ers.
So who are you taking for that
Yes.
game?
What, the Celtics Sixers? It's mad because the other Sixers gonna rest tonight.
There's no such thing.
But I'll take the Celtics anyway. I think they're the better team.
Over
No.
the 76ers?
Yeah.
Is that Wednesday night?
That's
Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
tomorrow night.
Yeah. 76 already done beat them last week, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go 76ers.
I would take the Celtics
Mm,
for that game. I think the Celtics will want
get one
revenge.
back.
Mm.
I think they will want revenge. And also, 76ers are playing tonight.
Oh, yeah.
So-
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
good point.
Load.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good
Pretty
point.
much. What about Clippers Rockets on Thursday?
I'm going Rockets, boy.
Rockets as well.
Clippers gotta get one.
That's what I was gonna say.
Gotta get one.
Clippers have got to. They have to. win.
They get one.
I don't think Rockets are gonna give them the chance to get one. I think they're gonna take it personal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta get one.
Because they know this as well.
Where is it? In Houston?
No,
LA.
It's in LA.
it's in LA.
Mm.
Clippers.
Yeah, I think I would go Clippers there because, bro, there's no way they can continue with this zero.
Losing.
You can't. It's not possible.
Losing mad games. in that
They
league.
They will send Harden to the G League, boy.
You know, on a side note, yeah,
They will send him G League.
Harden, of this, yeah, if let's just carry on and let's say they don't sort out their act, yeah, Harden's on the verge of being
He's out of the league,
gone.
bro.
because
Yeah, he's gonna be in China.
trading, forcing these trades. Teams are giving up whatever they're giving up to get.
Bro, this is the final.
This is the last.
This is the last leg. You end up in China. How old is he? 34.
Four.
Yeah. He's gonna end up in China.
He's
He's gonna end up with Dwight at the man.
He's popular in China. He's
Yeah,
very
that's-
popular in China. So
over there.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think he's got to be careful because he was talking big. I'm a system. I'm not this and that. I'm gonna. Yeah, but yo, what's happening?
Yeah, it's
You know,
mad. He said he. Do
And have you seen some of the play though? Some of the plays like, what are you doing,
you know what's mad? The last game when they were, I can't remember who they were.
bro? I see him do the dribble, step back. Hey, I'm like, nah, come on, man.
But what I saw was that they took out Westbrook to put him in. For the
to close out.
close
Yeah,
the game.
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
you can't do that, bro. You can't.
This ain't Houston. This ain't Houston Harden.
You
Yeah,
can't.
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
Even then, he wasn't the best closer.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, no, you're right.
But then accumulators was like, rah. You put Harden to score 30 today. Just fill out your little players and just bet 365. Ka-ching, yep. Good morning.
What about Heat's Nets?
Heats and Nets. Is Simmons back? He's still out, isn't he?
He's listed as
Day-to-day.
basically he's day to day.
So he's out.
Who they playing? The net.
They're playing
No,
Heat.
Miami Heat.
I take the Heat. I think the Heat.
Things I watched the Nets. I don't,
Is Hero playing?
no, he's out.
Mm.
I watched the Nets, yeah, and the thing
I'll go
without
Nets.
Simmons, I don't understand their offense.
Yeah. it's hard.
Without Ben Simmons
Yeah.
to run the Nets offense, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
'Cause there's times where Dinwiddie's bringing the ball up, or there's times when it's Lonnie Walker. The only thing that's consistent is Cam Thomas is scoring,
buckets.
but he's now out.
Yeah.
So like without, it was a difficult watch for me because I was like, I don't really understand what you're trying to do here, but I know that when Ben is there,
Yeah,
This
they have
they're facilitating. He's there. He doesn't
Yeah.
score.
That's
He just
definitely-
facilitates.
yeah. It's an interesting. They're an interesting team. Like I said, I think earlier, because like you said, they have Mikal Bridges, and then you have somebody else every other night coming along and dropping 20 or whatever. It's hard to game plan for them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
Because
that's why-
anyone could have their night, basically.
yeah.
Also messes up my fantasy team. But
Yeah, because I went Finney Smith Jr. for man, 4 points.
I really like this game. I think it's going to be a good, hard basketball, old school basketball game, kind of 5-man basketball like we used to see. But I'll take the Heat.
cool. Friday we've got Bucks and Mavs.
Ooh,
Yeah, this is tasty.
I'm going Mavs.
I go Bucks. You know, I think Giannis has started to step up a little bit. He's starting to turn it up.
I haven't watched a lot of Bucks games yet. How's Dame looking over there?
It's up and down.
Up and down like I thought it would be start the season. It's not. They're not fully comfortable on offense yet.
Yeah,
like
it's a bit
Giannis
clunky.
is taking a backseat to Dame too much. Giannis is still going to be Giannis
That's it.
until Dame to come along.
But-
Go on.
Mavs are a well-oiled machine right now, bro. When Luca and
They
Kyrie on the floor, bro.
they've understood now.
It's
Luca, and then
Kyrie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, you know they were trying to
Yeah,
figure it out.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they
They
know.
just said
They
now.
know.
Yeah.
Luca,
Kyrie,
Kyrie, and
and
then
whoever else.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's worked.
Yeah, it's working.
Working.
And Tim Hardaway's up for like he's playing like a
Hardaway.
6-man a day.
Mm.
Threes galore.
I'm
One
gonna go with
way.
the Mavs because I feel like Giannis probably just circles anytime he plays Giannis now. So yeah, so I'm going with the Mavs.
And then-
NBA is petty, you know.
It is,
You know,
it is.
players
Yeah,
just
yeah.
they wait for each other. Like, yep, if I take you out, take you out, take you out, it puts me up on the.
very, very petty. The last game is Kings Mavs. Now the thing is,
Back to back.
it's back to
Mavs.
back. Mavs are playing back to back.
Kings, just off the back to back.
I don't like.
But
it.
you know what, Luca, game to game, he's all right.
Yeah, it's fine.
He's a rhythm person. I think when he breaks rest too long, that's when he struggles a bit.
I don't like.
You don't like the Kings.
I don't like the
I
Kings.
don't know what you got beef with them for, man. They could do.
Yeah, because last playoffs they were talking too much.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, they were talking too much. You had to.
yeah. You have to settle them.
What's
Yeah,
the
I
matter
feel like
then?
Sabonis will have a good game against the Mavs. The way the systems match up and the teams match up.
What's-
So
I don't rate Sabonis, you know.
Hmm?
I don't rate him.
For real.
I don't rate Sabonis.
why not? That is a competent basketball player.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He's very
I'm-
clean in
Yeah,
his work.
yeah.
That is a
Work
very
clean.
competent basketball player.
There's something about him I
You know
don't
what it is?
like.
He's not flashy. You know, if you watch him, he's not gonna catch your eye with that flashy plays or nothing. But everything's just textbook.
Do you know what's all right? Do you know what it is? Maybe you're right, you know, because you see Sabonis, yeah, you watch him and think, oh, this guy's he's not anything. But you at the end of the game have like 20, 10, and 5.
Yeah,
Like,
Casually.
yeah.
Yeah,
normal.
casually.
but it's like, what have you? Like, where did this come from?
Playing within the system.
Yeah, he works
Yeah,
in
but
rings.
for me, he's better than Bam.
Ooh.
Adebayo.
Ooh.
For me, he's better than Bam Adebayo.
Don't know.
I don't know, bro.
I don't think he gets the plaudits that Bam gets, obviously, because he hasn't made a finals or conference finals. His team-
And that's, that always helps.
I feel like he's a better player than Bam.
Might be all-round player. He's a better shooting, offensive player.
If you swap them,
Yeah.
If you swap Bam and you swap Sabonis and put them in, does Sabonis now make conference finals? Does Sabonis help his team to make that conference finals?
Yeah.
You reckon? I don't know. You
But the
know,
offense will be way better. More
That's a
better.
good one. That's a good one, though.
yeah. The
That's a
offense,
good one.
yeah.
Do you know, that's a good one.
Yeah, they'll still get there.
I don't know.
that's the thing. I like. Maybe it's because he's not flashy. But Sabonis, like I said, you watch him and you think, oh, this guy's nothing, man.
Right,
Then you look at the end. You look at the stat sheet. He's got 20, 10, and 5.
When I've watched Kings, when you're watching him, he's working though. He's up and down. He's fighting for. You can see he's working. You know, and obviously you're not really clocking the counting metrics, but at the end of the game, you check him and you're like, okay,
Yeah,
he was there.
it's a mad one. Those are the interesting games this week. I think it's mad because I think Warriors also play OKC. I think we have a homestand. Our homestand
He got
started.
5 games, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think we might lose all 5.
What? Are you that bad?
It's bro, like I'm not gonna lie to you. When I've watched,
Don't listen to it.
You said Warriors are going to be top 4 in the West.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Where's this coming from?
we need.
Where's this coming
No,
from?
we need some, bro. Listen, I based it on the fact that we have Steph, and we'll have somebody else that will pick up the scoring slack.
Brother, you know
Bro, we've got nothing. Bro, CP3 was playing 24 minutes and scoring 2 points,
I'm
bro.
not listening to this.
And the man are telling people are putting up stats how he's got 29 assists and 0 turnovers. There's no points.
I don't want to.
He's not scoring.
Get them wins.
It's mad, but the thing is, we played Cleveland. They beat us twice. Yeah, we went
right.
we went there.
Picked up.
Then we've got Timberwolves, Wolves twice.
Yeah, probably.
They beat us the first game, boy.
Yeah.
Unless we sort our shooting out, they're gonna beat us again.
OKC, you can't.
Okay,
stop
see them boys.
Yeah,
It's
them boys are
up and down.
Yeah, one young boy basketball.
What
Man.
happens when man wearing Under Armour?
Yeah, young boy basketball.
That's
NBA check tonight as well.
Is that tonight?
NBA check, yeah.
How did I miss that? I should have put that down.
Oh, for real?
NBA check, yeah.
Ooh,
That's NBA.
That's a good game.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Battle of the 7-footers.
That's a good
Yeah,
game.
NBA check, man.
That's a good game.
I'm watching that tonight.
NBA check.
Ju-
What time is that?
Let me check.
It's going to be 3 o'clock. It's
Yeah,
West.
It's West.
Colts, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, just to round it off, obviously.
Actually, no, 12:30.
Yeah,
Nice.
also.
12:30.
Just to round it off, obviously we're playing our fantasy game at the moment. I think Amps beat me by 7 points this week.
I got a little picture on you
got-
still.
got-
3-0 now.
Got lucky. I can't believe Gordon
3-0.
Hayward. Like,
That was who you was banking on, innit?
of course it was
4 points or something.
4 points.
Yeah.
Games before it was like 40,
Yeah.
60, 58,
Yeah.
and 4.
Yes, man.
But he's got a hamstring. He had a hamstring injury,
He's out.
but they played him 29 minutes.
Mad.
So yeah, Commissioner, we need more IR spots, bro. We need more IR,
Yeah.
bro. I've got like 4 man
Everyone's
injured.
holding I got about 4
points up on me because our IR spots are ready for 1 game day.
Yeah, get more
I'm
IR
not
spots.
complaining. I've got the most
Yeah,
injuries. I'm not complaining, bro. Just
Yeah, you know you're not in a
there's not
position.
even anybody else to pick up anyway.
No,
No, there's sneaky players out there.
Sneaky
You know,
players,
there's a couple,
bro.
I want,
Yeah.
but I'm on bye week anyway.
Everybody's trading the same 3 players every game day. Brook Lopez,
Yeah.
Tim Hardaway, Cole Amp. Like, there's like
It's
4
true.
players
And you know
must
what?
have
I
to
picked,
pick up.
I picked up Cole Anthony. He gave me, I think, 3 or 4 points against one.
Against, yeah,
I was
Shocking.
vexed, bro.
yeah.
No, it was 1.
It was the Thursday. It was the
That
Thursday,
Thursday?
before.
I was
Yeah,
so 1 point. I said, nah.
Yeah, but my
Binned him.
team's dead anyway, man. I made some bad decisions in the draft. My second and third pick were poor. I could have had Kyrie and Sabonis.
You can send me a trade package.
I just need everybody healthy and try a thing, man.
But I think at the moment it's only you and a guy called Mark who's got the
Unbeaten.
unbeaten records.
I plan to keep mine. I think I got Faves when I come back off bye week.
Are you on a bye week this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Faves will know already. His team's.
Yeah, his team is also decimated though because he picked up Jar, who's suspended till
Can't do
December,
nothing with him.
and he's got
like 3
loads,
or 4 injuries.
3 or 4 injuries.
Can't
So
pay for that.
we'll see. But
Yeah.
it'll be interesting. But cheers, I just want to say thank you again
I
for joining us.
appreciate it,
Sup,
man.
man?
No,
Brought
I
me back to
appreciate it.
Brixton on top catch, you know.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that in years since time you brought me back.
Thanks again for joining us.
No, I
And
appreciate for having me, man.
that's cool, and that's a wrap for today. And catch you on the rebound.
Yeah, peace.
Bless, bless, bless.